Gallifrey Gals. Gallifrey Gals. Gallifrey Gals. Welcome to our sci-fi world. Gallifrey Gals.
Push it real good.
This is the content you guys want. You don't need us reacting to a show. We'll just sit here and record ourselves being fucking idiots, and you guys will stick around, right?
Right? You like us?
Right?
Oh boy. Okay.
Hi, you know what this is about.
Hi.
But do you actually know what this is about?
You think you know, but do you
you
know? Do you
actually
know that
know?
you think you know? That you
That
know
we
what
know
this is
that
about?
You think you know. I'm on my second cup of coffee. It's been a long day. It's been a long couple weeks. It's been
I like
a
that
long
you're
couple
like,
months.
I've been on my second cup of coffee. It's been a long day. I don't even start work in the morning before my second cup of coffee every day.
Yeah.
Now I have an issue. I have a problem.
I love caffeine.
Hi everyone. It's your Gallifrey Gals, and we're here.
Getting real.
We're the Gallifrey Gals Get Real. We're here to talk to you about the SAG-AFTRA strike. The
Alongside
actor
the
strike.
WGA.
But specifically, we need to address it now because I'm a member of SAG-AFTRA, so I am on strike against the AMPTP. Why is that? They're horrible, confusing acronym. And the TV theatrical contract specifically, and Kat is SAG eligible, and therefore, at some point in the future, when the time is right, would like to be able to join SAG-AFTRA. We are actors living in Los Angeles. And so this now affects us and how we proceed with our work in a way that the WGA strike, the writer's strike, wasn't affecting what we do. So that's why we are making some changes to the content we're going to be putting out during the strike, and we want to talk about it with you all so you know why, where we're coming from, and what the plan is, because the channel will not go dead during the strike.
It's not happening. We won't let it. I think one thing I would like to start with is that something I've seen online in so many places is, why would this affect YouTubers to begin with? Y'all aren't part of SAG. YouTubers aren't this. You know, I've seen people, and that's not to say like our fan base is that way, but I have seen this discourse online. People are doing so many things to make their dreams possible out here. There are YouTubers who are actors, writers, singers, dancers, performers in so many ways outside of the content they potentially
and some things
create
on
for
YouTube
you.
Are covered by this contract.
Yes, absolutely.
There's an influencer contract. There is new media is part of this contract, and some things that come out on YouTube are covered by that. So there is YouTube content that is covered specifically by this contract.
Yes. So I think I just want to first and foremost lay that out there is just acknowledging and empathizing.
I like it. That's a new word.
It just acknowledging that there is always more to this than meets the eye. This is not about a bunch of snobby millionaire actors who are demanding billions of dollars for the stuff they are working on. This is for the little guy that is also a part of SAG-AFTRA.
It's about the 86%, I think, of
87.
actors who make less than $26,000 a year as actors living in Los Angeles.
Yep.
And even people who are on shows that you see weekly or that you're binging may not be making enough money from those shows to be able to support themselves all year. And there are things like when you're on the show, that show might keep you from being able to accept work on other shows, but during a period of time where you are not actively working on that show, and therefore they're not paying you, but they're telling you you can't take more work. Yep. So what are those people supposed to do? These are some of the things, and that's why residuals are actually really important, because they make up for that time where we're not allowed to take on other work.
And also, not only for, just residuals being being deserved in that way. It's also, that is a person's face, voice, likeness, basically an IP that is out there that they deserve compensation for. If it is continuously being watched, streamed, listened to, they deserve to be compensated for the work that they've done.
It's just a share, right? It's a share in the income that is being brought in by that content. And more, there needs to be a more fair share, in addition to a lot of things, protections against, AI misuse, protections against simple things like penalties for not letting people take their meal on time, having proper compensation for when you need to dry clean your own wardrobe for an outfit that you provided to production that they say you have to bring with you every day. This is real. And the producer saying, no, we won't provide that extra compensation. Well, those background actors are only getting maybe $300 a day. And now $75 of that has to go to clean. Like, it's, there are things, it is so much really about that working class level actor. It truly is. And that's the class that we both fall into as well.
Absolutely. I worked as a background actor in Los Angeles for the first 2.5 years I was out here. It was my main source of income. It was one, I'm so grateful for the opportunities I had and the things I got to see and the people I met. It is fantastic to be on a movie set. It's fantastic to be on a television set. Like, it can be so wonderful, but also
background work it's garbage.
Awful. It's absolute garbage, especially as someone who worked as non-union and didn't have the protection of SAG-AFTRA. I have worked on sets that were 16-hour days, and they left out crackers and 3-day-old bananas and apples for us for the entire week of work, while working on a hospital show that required us to sit under fluorescent lights with no break room, nowhere to go, for 14-hour days. And my non-union rate back then, we were making, I think our day rate was $125. So it's $125 for the day, which is an 8-hour day. If you go over that, you get a little bit of overtime, which is the sick and twisted part, because then all of us are hoping for overtime because that's the only way we can make more money. And there's not solid 8-hour turnovers. You don't have, there's just so many things that come down to it. And basically what something they presented was that basically as a background actor, they would have wanted me to come in, work an afternoon, work a day rate of $125, scan my face so that they could use it in an AI generated way and continue to use my face and my likeness, and not have
however they want in any context without your permission.
That's not okay, y'all. That's not okay, and I don't accept that. I have a friend of a friend who just posted his story about getting booked for a Call of Duty thing where they green capped. Yes, it's horrific. He got the whole mocap, all the things, so they could use his likeness, his body movements, everything for a captain character or something along those lines.
One specific character,
What they did not tell him, and what ended up happening, is they took his likeness as that character and made him a completely different character to go in PvP, so player versus player online gaming. And that now meant that his character could be, trigger warning for violence, could be murdered, shot in the face, exploded, tortured, all of these things that he had no idea they were going to use it for. He was paid and told it was going to be for one character. And now they're profiting off of his face in a completely separate, they make money in all these different categories. Player versus player, they're making more money there in a separate way. And it's just, it's horrifying. Seeing actors show the transparency of, I worked on NCIS. What do you think I made for the day? Some people guessing $16,000. I literally have it right here. His name, it's public. His name is David Alexander. And and this is to help people understand. So people guessed $16,000. He put in parentheses, I wish.
Yeah, really.
Another said 12,000. Others said 4,000, 8,000. On the other end, some people guessed under, like 500 and under. His salary for the day was $1,062.
That is for a co-star role. So that's when you have probably, it could have been a large co-star, but a handful of lines.
Handful of lines. I think it was 5 to 10 lines he had, something along there.
Yeah.
Fitting was about $130. He got about $120 in overtime. So that's around $1,300. But he now has to take taxes out of that, around $400, his agent fee, around $130, his manager's fee, around $130, his union dues to be a part of SAG. That means $645 for the day, which is great for the day. But now you need to imagine that this person maybe booked 5 jobs like that for the year.
Maybe, if they were lucky.
Maybe.
Honestly, that's a good year.
That's like a, oh my gosh.
5 bookings.
I had a good year.
Killing it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he was very honest. What was it? He, for the year, in 2022, he earned $33,077 as an actor. And he goes on to talk about how he works a separate job, and he's very grateful for that because he is able to do his acting on the side. But needing to acknowledge the fact that that $33,000 he's making, he is a part of 13% of people that are able to have access to medical, like the medical care through SAG.
Yeah.
The rest of those people are making under $27,000 a year.
And that is just to say, like, in comparison to what the production companies, what the networks are making off of those shows, there is a fairer compensation that can be had. There is, and that's what we're after. These kinds of changes haven't happened in decades.
Since
and
1960.
It's time. And so just keep in mind, if you're looking at this stuff and being like, why are these famous actors, blah, blah, blah. It really is not about those famous actors. Even if those are the ones you're seeing getting their photo op on the picket line or whatever, like, it truly is about the people who you wouldn't recognize, or maybe you'd be like, have I seen them in something? It's about them trying to be able to make a living doing this thing that they love, and also a thing that is necessary for those networks to make the money from the show. You could be like, well, if it doesn't pay enough, then don't do it. But the networks are trying to make a show, right? And those people are necessary to that show being made.
So
they are a huge part of what is going to make those networks money. And therefore, they are important. Therefore, they deserve compensation that allows them to be available for the job that the network needs them to do. So
because
that's
the
what the
network
strike is about.
Is pulling in millions to billions of dollars, where you have people like Bob Iger, who is pulling in minimum 27 million. That's not me joking. $27 million a year. $27 million a year. Most of us are never going to understand what that sort of money even looks like in our lifetime.
Yeah.
That's not even a feasible amount. So there is no reason that someone sitting up top, not doing really much of the work other than typing in some numbers and pointing some fingers and asking for jobs to be done, there's no reason that those people can't take the small percentage that is being asked for by the WGA and SAG-AFTRA. And I will make sure below in the description to link certain things so that you can go and read these articles. You can see these numbers. You can see just exactly what are the writers and actors asking for. And you're going to see that they're really not asking for a lot. Yeah. It's just fair compensation with the fact of Los Angeles is one of the most expensive places to live in the country. And yes, we understand that, but it's not fair that, and we're not the only ones going through it. Inflation is happening and wages are not being met to that. So things are getting more expensive and people aren't making more.
Yeah.
And that's not okay. That's not okay, y'all. Like just straight down to it, it's just not okay. People deserve to be able to put food on their table, take care of their children if they have them, and go out to a nice dinner if they feel like it, and maybe spoil themselves a little bit with a a new phone, you know?
And everyone deserves that, not just people in
No, that's
the
what I'm saying.
industry, right?
Everybody.
Yeah, like everyone
That's bare minimum
deserves
what
that.
people deserve.
And not very many people
And I
get that.
think something that people don't realize as well is that things like this, seeing other unions stand up for themselves, go on strike, fight for their fair wages, it's going to encourage and hopefully stand by other people who are going to start doing the same and realize, yeah, wait, I deserve better too. This isn't okay. It's not about, ugh, why are they fighting for more money when I don't get paid fair money? It's like,
okay, so
let's
fight
stand
for your
together.
fair pay. We can all
Let's stand
just
together.
like in Newsies. The Newsies didn't win their strike until all the child workers banded together. So there you go.
What a great lineup.
So how does this affect
Yes.
you and us and the Gallifrey Gals?
So technically you can, let's say you're not a part of the union, you're not a part of SAG-AFTRA. Theoretically, it is okay to continue moving forward
You can do
with
whatever you want,
certain types of reactions and things like that. It can affect their eligibility in the future, which is a very true thing. And I know some people think that's fucked up or that's this, but what they're trying to do is make a point to
Why
the
am
network.
I keeping myself from doing work so that you can do work right now non-union and then join the union later when it works for you? No.
Yeah.
What the union is doing is meant to make things better for everyone.
Everybody.
That's why we ask, don't you weaken what the union is doing and all the people who are sacrificing their jobs if you cross that picket line. So
Yes.
what is crossing? What counts as crossing the picket line? Because here are things that I very specifically cannot do. I am
Cannot do.
And Kat, as someone who doesn't want to cross the picket line because they're SAG-AFTRA eligible and would like to join later, cannot do. So we cannot act in work that is under the TV theatrical contract. That does not include commercials. That does not include video games, interactive media. That does not include like a lot of audio content.
That does not include Things Get Dicey sketches. You should go check those out over at PAULA DEMING.
It does not include like daytime TV, so like soap operas, game shows, documentaries. It doesn't include any of that. And then there's
reality TV is also
reality
in the
TV
clear.
and independently produced work can get a waiver to still be able to go on in production. But basically, narrative TV shows and movies, we cannot act in. We also have been asked not to promote those things or to audition for those things. So the main thing for us is that promote.
Yes. By sitting and watching and reacting to shows like Star Trek: The Next Generation,
which is
that
was made by a struck company.
Yes.
And this includes present and past work, the strike.
Yes. We cannot because by sitting and watching and reacting to a video, some again, there's gray water, there's things of, are we in the pocket of journalism or this or critiques or that or whatever. Whether we are or not, with PAULA being in SAG and me wanting to continue to be eligible, we just don't want to risk it.
I don't personally feel comfortable.
Yeah, I don't either.
It feels like promoting it.
It feels like promoting in my mind, because we're going to sit and watch a show that we absolutely enjoy and love and we want to share with you. And we want to share it with you because we want you to go watch it. But that's like...
And we're going to critique it and we're going to review it. But
of course.
It feels... For me, it just feels icky, right?
Yeah.
I'm on strike against Paramount, essentially.
Yes.
I don't want to put out content that talks about a Paramount show, whether it's in the past or currently.
Present or future. I have a friend who wrote for Star Trek Discovery and was completely taken advantage of and not paid properly. And and that's just one of the, it's one of the, gosh, knows how many. But yeah, no, we just don't want to. And then there's a question of Doctor Who. That's outside. That's in the UK. It's technically, there's a different union, but now we have Disney Plus kind of in the picture, and we have these things. Again, we have struck companies. And let's see, what is it? BBC America, co-owned by AMC Network. AMC Network, struck company right now. Again, mucky water, we don't want to step in it. We just don't want to step in it. We want to respect every boundary and guideline we can, because we fully support and stand with this strike.
Oh yeah. I voted yes for it. I had to vote.
Absolutely.
If I approved strike authorization, and I did.
Yep.
So
hell yeah.
So basically, and we feel the same way now. Animation is potentially not part of this contract that is being struck. However,
there's issues with that in its own reason.
it's just a whole thing. So here's what we are doing. We are putting on pause all of our current reaction content that we have currently. We are going to do some other things instead.
Woohoo!
There are some things we can do that
Absolutely.
feel like they're not gray area in terms of TV networks, movies, whatever. We will come back to all of this content
110%.
when the strike, as soon as the strike's over.
And
New
we're going to
stuff.
make sure that we have some of that finished out and recorded for y'all, so that the moment it happens, boom,
You've
we're
got
on
it.
track. There's no weeks behind. We're ready to move forward. Our content is there for you. Anything that was there from before the strike went, that's all yours to there. It's there. Go watch
all of it. We're
It's
not
good.
taking down any old
No.
material. We won't be actively promoting that old material, but we're not taking it down. It will be accessible to all of you, all of it, which we'll get to in a moment.
Any hoosers. Yeah, so content like moving forward, maybe some fun video game or board game stuff.
We can
maybe
do video
some
games, yeah.
fun, silly reactions to movies that are in the
In the
what's it
public
called?
domain.
Public domain. I
Mhm.
lost the word. Because those are that's stuff that's not a part of struck companies right now.
Maybe
so
there's some independently produced like B movies, like bad stuff that you think it would be fun to watch us watch.
lay it on us. Let us know.
Suggest that to us.
Let us know.
I have to look into it, but I think music videos might be okay. There's lots of stuff we can react to. Filmed productions of filmed theatrical productions.
Oh yes, Broadway's in the clear.
We can do some snack reactions. We've got a lot. We are still going to be putting out content for you,
and that's what we want to make sure y'all understand. We're not just going to fall off the face of the planet.
We're not just going to be like, thanks, patrons, bye. Because we are asking for those of you who can, please continue to support us, because this is not an easy time.
Nope.
We will be back with content, and we will be giving you other content, just different content in the meantime. And if you are able to stick around, it would mean a lot, because it's true that without all of you, we can't do Gallifrey Gals. So
can't do it. Yeah, we're typically pretty upfront about it, but it's, you know, I edit for the Patreon stuff. I edit the videos for YouTube. You know, Paul and I sit and we record these things. Like, that's it. It's just, that's it, baby. That's all we got. And the reason I'm able to have time to edit the videos, to get these things posted for y'all, is because of our patrons' support. And that means the world, and we are very grateful for it. And if you're okay with a little content shift for a while and you still want to make things possible for us, please stay signed up for our Patreon. Which I guess is a good segue to we were already talking about this just because of future reactions we have coming up. We want to make our Patreon just a little bit simpler and more accessible for people. So
now's a great time to do it.
Yeah,
for all
why
of
not
you.
now? Why not
so
now?
that we can make all of our back content available to all of you.
Yes. And we're going to readjust the tiers, and there's going to be things like basically our full reactions to things, everything from before. It's all going to be under one tier. It's all going to be available for $6 for the month. So if you're missing reaction content and you want to watch maybe something you never got to watch with us,
Now's the time.
back and
Dive
watch
in. Are
it.
you a Doctor Who person and you want to start Star Trek now? Go back and watch.
There you go,
Get
baby.
caught up during the strike before we release the finale of Star Trek: The Next Generation. You know, check
all
out all of our
there.
animated stuff. It's there. It's for you. We're not
Yes.
removing it, and we're gonna make it so that more people can see it.
Yes. And from there, the tiers will shift a little bit from that. And there, will be the $10. And that's where you'll maybe get extra content of like behind the scenes reactions in the future, or
Yeah, some responses to things that we're adding in, like, hey, in this Discord channel, you can ask us questions, and, once a month, we're going to release people at this tier, get this Q&A, or get us reacting to you, telling us things we missed in our episodes that we watched, things like that. So there will be extra things for people above $6, but it will no longer be separated by show.
Yes. And you will be able to access everything we've had from the past, full length, for the $6. That if you're already paying that right now, oh baby,
Great.
you level up, level up. You're just, hell yeah. But if you feel it necessary and you feel that you want to support us, especially through right now where things are hard. Because when things come in life, they typically come more than one at a time.
Course, right?
And that is absolutely happening right now. So any support is absolutely just so appreciated beyond explanation, past what we've tried to explain in the last 10 minutes or so. So we thank you for that, and we hope you can understand. And like I said, I will, link below some certain things where you can read like SAG's guidelines and all of that stuff. Maybe you're a new reaction channel who you wanted to start doing some stuff. I've seen that going around too and asking about guidelines. Hopefully what we and Camo talked about can help you understand a little bit more, or maybe give you the opportunity to further research it for yourself and what you're comfortable with and what you want to do moving forward.
Yeah.
So we just hope this was helpful. We hope you can understand. And thank you for your continuing support.
Yes. Thank you, everyone who is willing to stick with us during this. This is not what we want. We don't want to not be.
I had a panic attack about it and everything.
We don't want this.
It's not.
It's important to us to support it for a variety of reasons. So we're going to get through it. If there's anything specific that is kind of non-traditional reaction content for our channel that you want to see us try, let us know, because we are here to still give you guys something to enjoy while we're going through all this. So please, we would love to hear the kinds of things you would like to see from us.
Absolutely.
During this time when we're going to be experimenting with all kinds of stuff. So
if you're, a person who's like, I want you to try this silly, awful candy that I know exists.
Right.
We've done that shit in the past. Let us know. We'll do it. I don't care.
All kinds of things.
I have a pickle soda I still haven't popped open to try.
Oh boy.
Throw that in there.
Also, look forward to if you stick around when we come back.
Hopefully,
we'll be releasing the finale of Star Trek: The Next Generation, and then I'm gonna tell them now, Kat. Kat and I are gonna get together in person to watch and react to those things. So that is what you have waiting for you.
Yes.
When this is all over. So stick around, because you are not going to want to miss that, our Star Trek friends and family. And those of you who don't care about Star Trek, then
we get it. It's fine.
I guess you don't care about that.
So we get it. It's fine. No worries.
Maybe we can watch the 60th anniversary. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but maybe we can watch the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who together in person as well for our Doctor Who people.
If we're able to do it, we can make it manage, when we get there, we'll get there. But in the meantime, thank you for your support.
Yes.
I wish we could give you a definitive answer of how long this would be. We don't. Unfortunately, the higher ups are pretty cruel, y'all. Pretty cruel. So Here's hoping that we can really show them what we're willing to fight for, though, because the last time a strike like this happened with the WGA and SAG-AFTRA was 1960.
Yeah. And that's how we
So-
got our pension and healthcare plan.
Yep. That's
So-
how they got the authorized residuals, and we're told, you know, like they fought for these things so that it could be a livable situation. And now it's time to fight for those things again.
Mhm.
So solidarity, baby.
Yeah.
We love ya.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We do. We love you very much. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for being here with us.
Yeah.
And
And we will still see you soon.
yeah.
We just don't know what it's going to be next.
We
There
just don't
might
know
be-
what it's going to be.
Next
Who knows?
week, today, right now, this is getting posted on the 19th of July. I'm posting it today. I'm going to edit it real quick and get it on there for Patreon
That's dedication.
and YouTube. Next week, we might not have something posted. You know, I'm going to dig around through what we got, maybe some backlog stuff, see what we have. Next week might not have a video. But after that, we're going to get stuff worked out. Okay?
Yeah. Yes.
So-
More will be coming. Bear with us and thank you.
We
And-
appreciate it.
Until then, catch your Gallifrey Gals next time as we
Watch whatever
boldly
the fuck.
watch more driving our vans, rolling it through the universe with whatever we want.
See you later.
I tried to
alligators.
mash them all together.
And it was terrible.
Okay, then.
All right.
You can watch Kat react to me trying to mash together all of our outros. All right.
Goodbye, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a little thumbs up, and if you want to be notified when we post new content, go ahead and subscribe to our channel and hit that little bell in the corner.